Hey there, everyone. Looks like we're live, but I do want to double check this. Make sure we actually are. Yeah, we are live right now. I'm pretty sure we are. Yeah, we're live. Hey there, Grace. What's up? What's up? Hey, R&B. Let's get our game. My Nightbot officially hasn't opened yet, but Grace was the first. So we'll go ahead and play her. I'm not sure why the chat doesn't pop up here, though. Maybe... Oh, maybe now it will? My other one does. Test. Can you guys see the chat? Even though it doesn't show up on... Oh, here it is. Now it's showing up. It's a bit small. Make it bigger a bit. Like, maybe like that. Up here? That looks pretty good. Alright, now the queue is open. Let me just check on something here. Cool, I'm in. Alright, here we go. Grace is first. Here we go. Let's get a game. This one's rated, but whatever. Nope, not upset. I'm happy. It's a Friday. Having a wine. Cheers, guys. Looks like Grace didn't make her move, so this game is going to get aborted. Grace, let's play. We had a game that started. I'm going to challenge you. Alright, challenge sent. Here we go. Hopefully this time you'll make a move. Alright, there we go. Hey there, Brittany. Welcome to my stream. Hope you're having a nice Friday. That's great to hear it. Alright, we have a Caro Kann. We're going to go with an advanced variation. In this advanced variation, the main line is bishop f5. I like to play this sideline here. With this check, I could just block it. Am I tired? Maybe a little bit, but that's okay. Take here. Let's go there. Develop the bishop. And by taking their... hurting their pawn structure a bit. Trying to learn chess to teach students. Are you a teacher? That is really cool if you are. I remember when I played chess, I had a teacher that was a math teacher who was also the head of the chess club. Not going to say, okay, I'm going to assume you are. That's all right. But I had a math teacher that after we did our schoolwork, he would take out the chess boards and he got everyone in the class playing chess. It was really cool. All right. I have the bishop pair here. The bishops are out. I have a battery going on, guys, so I could take here with a check. Your soccer game started and you're joking you thought of the layout as a chess game? Yeah. I think there might even be a theme on this board that looks like a soccer. If I'm not mistaken, there's a soccer one on here. Maybe they took it away, but I'm like 90% sure they had a soccer one on here. They might have removed it, unless if I'm not seeing it. All right, the king moves. So I could play like Maybe bishop back here and threaten to mate on 1. Let's do it. Let's go here and threaten that. That would be a nasty way to win. Oh, hey there, Soph. Good to see you again. Always appreciate your kindness in my streams. You bring a good energy. All right, the queen blocks the checkmate. Ooh, we have a new sub. Brittany, thank you for subbing. Really appreciate you. Let's go ahead and bring out my knight. My last piece to be developed. The bishop is attacking my queen. Let's just move it here and hit the knight while we're at it. The only logical place for that knight to go is back here. The bishop could also protect it. I don't really see too many other moves besides moving it back, which I think that's what they're going to end up doing. School, soccer, and watching me play. Yeah. Not easy. Tough to balance that all. I could only imagine. When I was in school, I did band. Played the trumpet, French horn, and mellophone. So balancing that with school was not so easy. All right, the knight is coming into play. I'm going to go here. Striking the rook. And adding an attacker to that pawn. All right, I could take here. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Free pawn. I'm tempted to go here now. Hit the rook this way. I would have liked to play the bishop over here and hit the queen this way, but that leaves the queen exposed. Hey, Avishkar, is he really 200? Yeah. They're rated 227. That is correct. I don't think they're playing at a 200 level. I think they're playing better than that. But that's their rating. Your eyes are not tricking you there. We have resignation. Yeah, this was kind of an overwhelming position. Engine says it's minus 1.6, but this is very difficult to hold. They're saying knight c4 is your only move. That's actually interesting. Knight c4. I didn't even think about this because that opens up the queen on the bishop. And it opens up the bishop's protection of that rook. Oh, is he actually a 200? I think it's not a he. I think Grace is a female. But, yeah, I don't think they play at a 200 level. I think they are stronger than that. Grace continues to practice. Like, this game was not a 200 level game. Yeah, female. Okay. Let's play who's next. Oh, wait, before we do that, we need to update our text. To have 1 win. That was our first game of the day. Okay. Let's see. Who's next? Just played Grace. Yeah, we just played. Okay, R&B. Mr. Yummy Apple Time. Time for your game. Yummy Apple Time. I botched this one. There's a 1, 2, 3 in it, isn't there? I have it written down somewhere. Yummy. I have to find it. I think I got it. Yummy Time Apple 1, 2, 3. Not Apple Time. It's Yummy Time Apple. That's what I got wrong. Yep, I got it. Guys, I'm planning to have this bottle of wine during this stream. I'm just getting started. Alright, challenge set. Hopefully you got it. I don't know if you got it. Let me try again. Guys, if you're here watching, please do me a favor and click the like button. It would mean a lot. Alright, Yummy, here we go. Time for our game. The only time you beat your grandpa was when he was drunk? That's hilarious. That is funny. Yeah, your grandpa is good. I remember watching his game. Played the Scotch 4 nights. He knows what he's doing. Alright, this can let us have the bishop pair. So I'm going to snag that. We have the two bishops, which is a plus. We have a pawn in the center. Let's come here and hit the pawn over here. Our queen is attacked. But I'm not afraid because I can just go here and counter that with a check. And then maybe pick up this pawn next, depending on where he goes. Knight this way. I guess I'll take with the bishop. Why not? Yeah, why not? And now I'm up a pawn. This is really good. Up a full pawn. So I think the pawn that I'm up is a really good pawn to be up by. No complaints about that pawn. Alright, now what? I think I see something sneaky I can try. We're going to go for this. B6. Because if I go here, I could pick up a rook. You challenged freestyle chess, bro? Chess 960, if you sub to my channel, I will be more than willing to play freestyle chess with you. This here is a mistake, and I'll tell you why. After the queen takes the pawn, bishop takes pawn here, temporarily sacrificing the rook, but it would be with the check, and I would be able to pick up the queen. So this pawn is not really hanging. I'm in check right now. I'm going to go here. Actually, yeah, why not? I'll go. No, I don't want to blunder that. Let's go here. How big of an advantage is having two center pawns and your opponent has none? Well, it depends on what's going on in the rest of the position. But typically, it's a very big advantage to have the center pawns. If you control the center, you control the flow of the game. All right. What to do now? Let me just simplify things a bit. This is actually not so simple. The pawn is a little bit loose, and there's no easy way for me to defend it. If I push up here, rook takes bishop, king over here, that actually might be okay. But it looks risky. But you know what? You gotta risk it for the biscuit. Let's do it. Let's come up here. With a counterattack. Interesting move. Alright, let's come over. Yikes. Let's come over here. And this is kind of getting scary. I gotta play faster. I only have 38 seconds left. Uh-oh. Wow, they don't even take. They're just exploiting that pin. They're playing very nicely. Did I mess this up? I think so. I think I botched this. I probably should have just took the bishop, but I didn't want the queen coming here with check, and then I don't know. This is tough. I have to come here now with the king. Or blunder my rook, that's fine too, I guess, but let's go here. The show must go on, right? So never give up, never resign. But dang, yummy apple time. Clearly in a better position. Down full rook. We'll come here. Pick that one up. Okay, let's develop the knight. We will move our... what to do? Let's come here. We're not blundering our knight. The queen is guarding it. I am in a tough spot. 11 seconds, I'm simply going to blunder. Or lose on time or something. Like, something's got to give. Alright, let's go here. It is a fork. Let's take and come here. Can I squeeze my opponent for a win? Check. Check. And mate. There we go. I pulled that one out of thin air. I had zero business winning this game with just 6 seconds left on the clock. All my opponent had to do was flag me. But nope, they fell into a checkmate. Time to update that text. Do you have any advice for mid-games? Because that's when I tend to mess up. So, great question. I love your questions. So, mid-game, directly out of the opening, once you develop your pieces, you need to ask yourself, what next? You have to do a deep dive into the position holistically. Look at where your pawns are. Look where your pawns are pointing and attack towards where your pawns are pointing. Good game, R&B. You had me there. I have to admit that. You kind of outplayed me up until the end. You played a bit too quickly and you fell into a mate. Who is next? Chess 960. I'm down to play some freestyle with you. Queue is empty. No one's in the queue. So whoever wants to play me can play me. In the meantime, I'm going to pour myself another glass of wine. Chess 960 says ID, bro. Oh, my ID? It's right here on the stream. It's Core Squares. Core Squares. Sure. We could do a rematch. Let's do a rematch. That was a good game. You deserve a rematch. I sent you the rematch. I'm done. Why not? Don't get too drunk, you may lose a game. That's all in fun. I mean, yeah, I would do it. I would do a chess 960 game. Why not? I don't like it as much as chess because you're taking all the opening knowledge I have out of the picture. It becomes more level. Hey, Marlon. Thanks for subbing. Nice to meet you. Really appreciate the sub. Here we go, Yummy. Time for our rematch. I have to think a little bit better here. Oh, JK, you didn't sub? Alright, whatever. No worries either way. Alright, let's see if he wants to trade queens. He does. Alright, this is just giving me some extra development. I have 3 pieces developed. He just has 1. JK, you liked? That is appreciated. Thank you. Let's go here, hit the bishop, and also cover this pawn. Time to castle. I don't hate my position. Let's go here and strike at that pawn. And let's pin. Pin to win. Alright, we go here. To protect this, the bishop could have took it. You can't see my screen? What do you mean you can't see my screen? Let's take, hurt the pawn structure and remove a defender of here. So we go here, attack the pawn, hit it with our knight, hit it with the rook. How are they going to support it? Can anyone else see my screen, or is it just something on Marlon's side? Let's go here. Develop the bishop. I'm attacking the pawn again. The pawn cannot take that bishop because the rook is spinning it. You add friends, bro? What do you mean by that? Alright, this is just hanging a pawn. So let's take, and we're also forcing some more trades. Here, there. So boom, 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 boom. We're going to be up a bunch of material. This game is a lot more smooth and straightforward than my last game. Here I have just a dominating position. My opponent is pretty much collapsing. Let's go here, hit the pawn. Let's double up, threaten this, mate in 2. That would be a nasty back rank mate. Okay, they don't go for that, but let's come here and threaten to put both rooks on the 7th rank. So, if you remember, putting both rooks on the 7th rank is very good. They're trying to stop me in doing that, though. So not so easy. So let's go back. Bishop was attacking me. If I just put the other rook, it would be trouble. Let's go with this move. That blunders the rook. The king can just take it. That was dumb. That was officially a really dumb move that I just played. Just cutting off the circulation from the other rook. I'm tired. I admit it. But okay, we fight on. The party ain't over till the fat lady sings, as the saying goes. Alright, let's go here. Black still needs to work for a win here. Not gonna be easy. And I have to play faster too. Okay, let's hit the rook. See where he goes. This way. Do we get a fork and win the piece back? What about this? Am I hitting the rook? Rook can come here though. Let's go this way. Threaten that. H7 is not a free pawn because the bishop was protecting it somehow. Alright, that is a blunder, I think, because of this, and it's a pin on the king. And I think I win the piece back, and I'm back in the game. Let's go here. And let's take. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. This is a game-saving move. Check. If the rook takes the knight, we take the rook behind it. Otherwise, we're trading. And it'll be knight versus rook, and in fast time control games, I'm in favor of the rook more. I actually can take here. Not take, but go here. Check. I'm going to give up the exchange back and play this out. Let's go with this. And now we're going to bring in our king. And just like that, we've evened things up. We have to play fast. We have only 32 seconds left. So what are we going to do here? Okay, block it. I'm down to play this endgame if the rook wants to take my rook. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. I think that's a step in the wrong direction. They take? Excellent. This game, I can win it in my sleep. They have such a shitty pawn structure over here. I got this game in the bag, guys. I'm 100% convinced about it. Even with 29 seconds, I got this game in the bag. Just completely locking up the king side here. Let's come here and push. Let's push and get ready to take. I have this game in the bag. No question about it. We'll go here. Damage the pawn structure. We'll go this way. Come in. All right, they want to be sneaky. Let's try this. Lock the king out and shift my king over here. Go here and go there and break through. And that's how we're going to win. We have not much time. But this is how we do it. This is how we make progress. We go here. And then we push. And my opponent might flag. They're very slow. They're not playing at the correct pace. And all of a sudden, I'm up on time. Let's go here. Let's time to push. Time to push. Take back. Check. The check may have been a mistake. Let's come here. Sneak around. I can flag my opponent. I'm 100% convinced of my flagging ability. We'll come here. Sneak in. We sneak in and win the pawn. Let's go. Get the pawn. We'll come here and get this pawn too. There we go. Pick up that pawn as well. We are just absolutely dominating this endgame. Boom, boom, boom. Get a queen. Let's get this one as well. We will come here with the check. Boom, 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 boom. Get another queen. My opponent ran out of time. That's how we do it. I knew I got that endgame in the bag. Chess 960 wants to play me. Let's play Couture 960. Thank you very much, Marlon. Really do appreciate it, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, enjoying the game, please give me a like on the stream. And sub to my channel if you hadn't yet. Alright, Couture 960. Let's play Chess 960. Chess 960 is crazy because all of the pieces are on the back rank. I have no idea what I'm doing, basically. Oh my god, we have a king over here on d1. Bishops are already fianchettoed. I have to make a move. What to do? King side. What to do? I guess it may make sense to develop the knight. But also, I'm going to want to fianchetto. Let's fianchetto. Now we have a bishop controlling a beautiful long diagonal. The knight is coming out to play. Let's shut down the knight. Stop the knight from coming here. Stop the knight from coming there. Alright, the pawn pushes. What to do next? I guess we develop our knight over here. Why not? Bring out the knight. Okay, the other knight comes out. comes out. Let's strike in with pawn to d4. Establish center control. That's always a thing no matter what you're doing. What in the world is that? All the pieces in the back are mixed up. Alright, I think it's time to open up and strike immediately with c4. Guys, I think that blunders a pawn. Let's take. It's protected by the knight. We're hitting this knight as well. Okay, let's take. Let's go with wow. It's not a blunder. They're playing it really nicely. Let's go here. And this way. Could I castle next? I wonder what castling looks like here. I kind of don't know, but I think it's an option. Yeah, guys, we castled. That's a horrible blunder because of the pawn could have just took or gone here and exposed the pin. Oi, I'm getting forked. I am getting forked. Let's go up here. Except this is a discovery on the king. That would be nasty. Oi. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This isn't good. I'm getting destroyed. Okay, but we can take here. Now we develop. I'm just down the exchange. It's really not the end of the world. Let's take. And I guess we come in this way. The bishop is awful on h1. Oh, man. Chess 960 is not my thing. I'm lost here. Wherever the knight goes, it's leaving the protection of d1. I resign. But I want a rematch. I haven't played Chess 960 in a while. I have to update my text to put a fat L on here. Dang, my opponent played well. What is going on here? Here's fianchettoing. Hitting the queen. Wow, he played that instantly. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Let's go here. Immediately attacking. Immediately attacking. What the heck is this game? Develop the... Let's come here. Shadow Monarch joined and left so quickly. Now, this pawn is kind of weak, but I don't really see a good way to target it. Let's go here. Offer to swap it, and I would recapture with my knight. Ooh, if the knight can get to here and here, that would be really annoying. What to do? Let me capture that knight. Pawn takes, really? Okay. Maybe push. So now I have some more attackers on that. They defend. They defend. Develop the knight. Take care, Onby. Have a good night. Thank you for the game. Let's strike. If it takes, I take back. I have no idea what to do here. But we're just going to play chess and see what happens. All right. I think c5 was an interesting move. Okay, they take. Let's take back. I like how my pieces are opened up a bit. Okay, let's shut him down. We're going to come here. No nonsense. Let's come this way. We're hitting the pawn a bunch of times. 3 times, and it's only defended twice. So they have to do something about it, and they don't, which means I'm going to grab that pawn. Oh, wait, I forgot the queen. The queen is defending it. Okay, this guy is too good. I'm no good at chess 960. I have to go back to regular chess. I'm going back to regular chess. Too difficult. Dang. Good games, chess 960. This is your thing. This is your calling. All right, is anybody next? Let's see. Nick YT, are you in the queue? Yeah, those were good games. You played those really nicely. You know what you're doing. I don't get how you can get good at it. I guess you just have to be good at chess. And just apply some general opening principles. Nick YT, you're up. Regular chess. No more chess 960. Okay. Nick loves chess 6968. That's what I have you down as. Pretty sure that's your channel username. Marlon, I'm down to play you, but you need to join my queue. Do exclamation mark join, and then I'll play you next. Exclam join. All right, Nick, here we go. Here's the challenge. Coming your way. Good luck, Nick. Nick, did you get the challenge? Let's play. Marlon, I never got your... Oh, yeah, no spaces between the exclam and the join. Good point, Soph. All right, Nick, are you still here? We're going to give Nick maybe 15 seconds to claim his existence. Otherwise, we're going to move on to the next. Marlon, if you want to drop your chess.com username, you're on standby. Just let me know what it is, and I'll challenge you next. Yeah, guys, I think Nick left us. Nick left us. All right. No one's in my queue right now. Marlon, what's your chess.com username? Let's grab a game. Why not? Soph, how about you? We can play. In the meantime, I am going to highlight my new website, coursquares.com, where I have some Google reviews. If you guys like this stream and want to give me a nice Google review, I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to go to coursesquares.com, hit leave a review, then your review will go on my website. And then if you want to do private coaching with me, you can do that too here. Just send me a message and we'll get in touch. And my socials are down here. So that is coursesquares.com. I'm going to throw that in the chat. There we go. All right. Thanks for sharing that. Oh, cool. So that's awesome. Yeah. So if you want to do !join, then you'll be after Marlon. Mikey JD 2023. Jason Meeks in the chat. I don't know about an all-nighter, but I'm not in a rush. All right, challenge sent, Marlon. Here we go. Let's see what you're made out of. Good luck. All right, here we go. Mr. Marlon. We'll kick things off. Pawn e4, best by test, and bring out the knight. All right, we have the Scotch 4 knights. Against the Scotch 4 knights, when all these 4 knights are out, d4 is the way to go. And then they could do a number of things. They take, which is the main line. We take back with the knight. And here they have a number of things they could do. Here, we're going to play bishop over here. You guys may have seen a couple of times a big blunder is to castle over here. They don't do it. Okay, we take back. For someone that's rated only 116, they're playing perfectly right now. 100% perfect. Okay, that seems to be a free pawn. Am I missing something, or is that just a free pawn? Let's take. I'm going to call their bluff. I don't know about that move. I think that was their first step in the wrong direction. Let's go. Literally, let's just go back to where we were. Your username, display name is Sophia Malian. That's my actual name, so I do trust you a lot. That's okay. All right, let's play this move. We'll bring it out. All right, that pawn is not properly defended. It's only protected by the knight and the queen, so we can easily take back. And we're going to take back the least valued piece, the pawn. Any other piece, it would be pinned behind. So this kind of avoids that. So, all right, that move doesn't look too good because I can play pawn to f3. And the knight really has to just go back to where it was, which kind of defeats the point of it moving there because that's just giving me an extra move. So that was silly. They know they're opening well, but after that, that's where things get murky. Let's put my other rook out into the game. It wasn't doing much in that corner. And now we have it on the beautiful open file. We have excellent center control here. We have a pawn occupying d5, a queen occupying d4. We have a lot going for us here. All right, the queen is hitting the pawn over here. We're going to shut it down by playing pawn to g3. You need time odds? I'm down to give you some time odds. I don't know how to set it up in chess.com though. But if you could challenge me with time odds, depending on what it is, I'll probably take it. Maybe you have 5 minutes, I have 3 minutes. That sounds kind of reasonable. All right, what to do now? I think it's time to double up on this e-file. Maybe rook e2, rook e1, and then maybe put a rook on the 7th. Yeah, that looks solid. Let's do it. When you have an open file like this, you want to put your rooks on there. That's where your rooks belong. Maybe rook e7, and then I could even put a queen behind one of them. Sort of a variation of the Aliekin's gun, where you have 2 rooks in the front followed by a queen behind it. What to do here? Yeah, I guess we just start by playing this move with the rook. This is very decent for us. Push the p. Push and p. f4 maybe. But I do like that it's defending these 2 squares. f4 gives up that control. All right, that move, maybe they want to go here, so let's just shut it down. So they're not going here anymore. All right, what next? Maybe knight to b5 and hit the queen. I don't know what that move accomplishes. Let's go ahead and move our knight over here and tickle the queen. That is the plan. Tickling the queen. Okay. Push the pawn. Passed pawns are meant to be pushed. That is the name of the game. Push the pawn. Alright. Let's push it again. Now it's just 1 square from becoming a queen. Right now it's adequately defended. But I don't hate my position. Let's go with this move. Add a defender to that pawn. Alright. Let's come over here. Oh, my rook was just completely hanging. Let's bring it back to a safe spot. Okay, that's a trade. Let's go here. And we win on time. For someone rated just 100, they did pretty well. All right, good game. Who is next? Yeah, my rook was just hanging. I never claim to be perfect. I make mistakes all the time. Soph, you are up. Here we go. About to send you a challenge. This will be good. Here we go. All right, this seems like a complicated position. I'm wondering how to stay calm. Like I said, mid-games are my weakness. Thanks for the advice on before. All right, let me ask you a question, Soph. Let's get to the root of the problem. Why do you feel like you have a difficult time not being calm? Why is, like, what's causing you not to be calm? Depending on your answer to that, we'll see what direction to go in. Failure of losing? What are you so worried about? It's just a game. Like, oh, whoops! I did not mean to start a random game. I'm gonna abort that one. Starting to feel the drink a little bit. Okay, Sophia. Here we go. You get overwhelmed by the amount of placements being taken up. Okay. So you feel like you're being constricted, kind of like a boa constrictor, stopping you from doing what you want, right? So you have to always play with the cards you're dealt with. You're not going to always be able to play the moves you want to play, right? If you want to move a piece, like let's say you have the perfect spot for the knight, but it's covered in like 3 different ways, then you can't do it. You have to face reality. You have to play with the cards you're dealt with. So yeah, you got to just work within the constraints that you have. And you're always going to have constraints in chess. Marlon, if you want to play again, just hop back into the queue. Just do !join. And then right now, since no one else is in the queue, I'll play you after Soph. So if I sent you the challenge, so I don't know if you got it, or I'll send you another one. Maybe I'll just send you another one. Oh, you did get it? Ah, too bad, because I just canceled it. Let me send you another. Here we go. Mid games are your weakness. Yeah, the openings, you don't have to memorize openings to a T, but it's important to understand the ideas behind them, because the ideas behind them will lead you to a very playable mid game where you don't feel so constricted. All right, here we go. Caro-Kann time. The goal in chess, in the opening and the mid game, is to restrict the opponent as much as possible. Take as much space as possible. Take as much control over the center as possible. It's just, that's the name of the game. And your opponent is trying to do the same thing to you. So if you feel like you're super constricted, and then maybe you need to work on your openings to get a little bit more control. Fight for the center right away. So here in this opening, you're doing a good job. No issues with this opening. All right, this move is pretty good. If this bishop were not here, that would be a blunder, because if then bishop takes here, bishop takes here, bishop takes there, and then this bishop would be attacked. But because there's a bishop in the way, I can't take my queen. I would just simply lose my queen. So I need to do something about it. I could either move my queen out of the way, or I could block it. I think I'm going to move my queen out of the way over here. This seems like a good move, but actually, I'm not 100% convinced about it. Actually, I am. Let's do it. Just don't take on c5. Yeah, taking on c5 would be a big step in the wrong direction, because right now you have a nice pawn chain here in center control. Moving your pawn away from the center, not the best idea, and especially because I can just recapture it right away. So yeah, Jason, you're right about that. All right, here I think you're going to start to go wrong. I have 3 pieces guarding your pawn. You just have a knight and queen. I can remove the defender, but yeah, I'm going to remove the defender and then pick up the pawn. And now you're going to be down a pawn. And that's the one step you took that is going to be a down slope into a losing position. And that's how chess is. One small mistake, you just completely collapse here. I mean, this pawn is now amazing. Knight taking that position, I didn't really want like bishop e3 pinning that knight, so that's why I took with the pawn. The pawn is excellent over here. I almost could take here, but that leaves the defense of that. I could take another pawn, but I think that's being a little bit too greedy, because after this, that rook would be on this pawn. So instead, I'm just going to support that other pawn. Now this is in the cards. And this is in the cards. There's 2 pawns that are loose right now. Now I could empathize with Soph if she's starting to not feel calm right now. This is a very tough position. Yeah, one small mistake in the opening, and then you just go on a downward slope. All right, here I think I can get away with taking it, because the pawn here is loose. That move is not the best. That pawn is now isolated. Better would have been to take with the knight. We'll go here. And now we have 2 center pawns. There we go. I would love to grab that bishop and damage the pawn structure a bit. So they really need to do something to address that. I could also bring out my piece. You thought the queen could get there? I don't know where you're talking about. And there's the time pressure situation involved, where they now have 32 seconds. C3, Queen to c3? Where's queen to c3? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, the bishop is coming out here, but this doesn't really do a whole lot after pawn to g6, forcing the bishop back, and then now I take it, and then the pawns are going to get damaged. There's really nowhere else for that bishop to go to. They give me a check. They give me a check. That's a good move. But let's go here and hit the queen back. The queen moves away. Okay, let's take here. And now we're going to have this damaged pawn structure to play with for the rest of the game. Hey there, Abdullah. Hey, Tushar. Good to see you guys. Fix the problem now. What was the problem? What do you mean? What was the issue? Let's develop the rook. All right, that's a free bishop. They have too much time pressure. And they run out of time. Last stream. Oh, last stream where you couldn't challenge me or whatever? Yeah. All right. Back in the green as far as our win-to-loss ratio. Yeah, so that was a good game. I don't know how much you were listening to me while the game was going on, but I definitely recommend after the stream, go back to the video, go to our game, and just listen to my thoughts, because it'll help you out. You played pretty well, but after here you played like perfectly. It was at this point when you castled, it was a step in the wrong direction, because that is making this pawn extremely loose after I remove the defender. Bishop takes, and then your pawn here is gone. And your position is completely collapsed now. Your knight's attacked. The pawn is attacked. The pawn here is attacked. It's just not a holdable position. All right. Who is next? It's been a while since I poured another glass. Let's go ahead and do that. Cheers, guys. Dula, Tushar. Cheers. Welcome. Oh, you don't have to turn off your volume. But yeah, anyone that's playing me, I personally don't care if you listen to me during the game or not. Some people care. I want to tell you guys up front, I don't care. Because, I'll tell you why. The ultimate purpose of me streaming is to help you get better. So if you listen to my thought, okay, if you're concerned it's going to throw you off your game, that's another story. But if you don't want to like do it like to offend me or whatever, don't worry. You're not going to offend me. It's okay. Cheers, everybody. All right, Marlon, you're up. Marlon, you said you were... I'm going to scroll up a bit. Mikey JD. I'm going to write this down. I have a little database on the side where I keep track of people's usernames so I don't have to keep asking them. So, Marlon. Chess.com username is MikeyJD2023. All right, time for our rematch. Here we go. All right, challenge then. Cheers, everybody. All right. Let's see what he's got. Pawn to e3. Trusty Caro. d5. Bring it out. All right, we have the two knights attack, and this is actually what I play against the Caro Khan. Love to see this on the board. Let's go with pawn f6. Or, not a pawn, it's a knight. We have this kind of like alien attack thing going on here. Let's play pawn to c5. Okay. Let's come here. Challenge that bishop right away. I don't like it. All right, no checkmates. Bishop here would be very annoying. So we're going to stop that. No checkmates. At least not yet. I like the aggressive nature that Marlon is taking on this game in comparison to the last game we played. Let's go here and then castle. Knight here would be slightly annoying. I think I would castle in that case. But maybe knight c6 next if they don't do that. Yeah, let's play knight c6. Just to put a little guard on e5. Castle. 1000% we castle here. That had to be the best. Alright. Time to develop the queen. Hit the bishop too. Hey there, May. Welcome to my stream. Welcome. That hangs a bishop, guys. They did nothing to protect it. So we grab it. Free bishop. Thank you very much for the free piece. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious. That was a serious blunder. You don't come back from that. Especially against me. Free pawn. Remember you from Macy. The name rings a bell. Did we play before? The name rings a bell, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Let's go over... Let's just go... Let's be active with the queen. Let's come here. Time to get the queen active. Let's go here. Doing a little pin, maybe threatening that. That could be interesting. Knight takes, queen takes. Oh, this is a perfect representation of when I feel constricted, when all your pieces were on the back rank, and only a couple pieces should be moved, otherwise it would end badly. Yeah, when you're playing chess, things can get dicey like that, where one wrong misstep and you're done. That's what's the thing about chess. Like, it is brutal. It is so unforgiving. So you definitely feel that overwhelmingness feeling. I mean, I feel it too. And I don't think there's anyone that can tell you that they don't have that sense of feeling, unless if they're bad. But like, even good players, what I'm trying to get at is even like grandmasters, Magnus Carlsen, they probably have even more overwhelmingness feeling than we do, because they can see stuff way deeper, way farther away than we do. So they probably feel it even more intense. But that overwhelmingness feeling is not inherently a bad thing. It means it's a good thing, because you're recognizing the inherent dangers of a position. That's why you feel that way. Let's take free knight. They offered a draw. Come on, I'm not taking a draw. You gotta be kidding me with that. Let's go here, and now we have a little battery forming. Queen here is very dangerous. Okay, they defended pretty nicely. But now we establish more control with that knight. Alright. Check. You gotta be real careful here. Okay. Check. Knight takes. Queen takes. They have to be careful. They run out of time. Yeah, I'm not taking a draw there. No way. Alright, who is next? And guys, I'm totally open to rematches. You just have to hop back into the queue. Most of my streams, I'm against it, because I can only stream for like an hour, but here, it's fine. Don't mind. You want a 1-minute game? Abdullah, a 1-minute game. Are you trying to go crazy here? 1 minute. Alright, hey, you want a minute? You get a minute. What's up, Don? Don, I'd love to play you, but there's a little bit of a line. There's actually only one person ahead of you. So just do !join and sub to my channel, and then you'd be next. do exclam join, and then you lock your place in the queue, and then I'll play you next. All right. 1 minute. Here we go. Sent you the challenge. Mr. Abdullah. Trying to take me down in a bullet game. Alright, I don't know how much chat I'm going to be able to read because these games are going to fly by a little bit. We'll go here. Back up the bishop a bit. And we're going to come here next. No, let's come here. Pin. Pin to win. Back it up. Ooh, is that a slip up? Queen, thank you for the free queen. Let's take. Let's take. Just trading, trading, trading. And we support that pawn. Get ready to castle. Excellent. Let's go this way. We're hitting the pawn. Getting out of dodge of the pin. We're on the bishop. This is looking smooth. That's a free bishop. That's a free pawn. Okay, that's a free rook. That's a rook. Pawn. Free pawn. Check. Check. And mate. Easy peasy. I'll give him a rematch. Let's update this to a 5. Alright. Hey, bad liar. I didn't sack my king. I sacked my opponent's king. There we go. Alright. We have this variation where I'm going to sacrifice my knight, give a fork, win the piece back, and enjoy a nice pawn center. Let's go over here, protect the pawn. Back it up. Let's take, put a bishop over here. That pawn is isolated. I could have took it, but whatever. Castle. Let's push. And now we take. That knight is pinned by the rook behind it. Maybe rook e1 next. All looking solid. Let's go here. Rook e1 on the same line as the queen and king. Definitely what I like to do. I'm going to try something sneaky. Let's go here. Sacrifice the bishop. If bishop take... Damn it, I blundered my queen. Let's go here. Let's see if they blunder it back. They do. They can't take here. They fell for my trick. They can't even take the bishop. Alright, we take back. Let's come in here. This looks pretty good. Let's come here and there. That's a rook, but we don't want it. We want more. Push. That's a free bishop. And that's checkmate. On the board. There we go. That is how we do things. That was a good game. Alright, who is up next? Let's update the text. Thank you all for the hearts and the likes. Appreciate you guys. Got low on time. Yeah, that's bullet. I mean, if you don't want time pressure, if you don't want stress from blundering on time, don't play bullet. You're a glutton for punishment if you want to play bullet against me. I'm a bullet beast. Guys, nobody's in the queue. I think May want to play. Oh, they did join, but they typed it wrong. So May, you're up next. How to play you? You have to do exclamation mark join. You have to do that. And subscribe to my channel. It's another requirement. No space. Macy, your username did not pop up. Maybe without the dash? No. In the meantime, I'm gonna play Don. I think he put in Dosky11. Thank you all for subbing. Thank you all for clicking like. Keep the likes coming. Appreciate you. Really helps out the channel. Helps out the stream. Get more people in here. Alright, Dosky. Dosky, let me know. All right, hey mate, let me know your chess.com username because that one you sent was not it. It didn't work. All right, Mr. Don sent you the challenge. Here we go. Don Dosky. Dosky 11. Did you get it? I'm going to try again. Make sure you're logged into chess.com and go to play. It says you're online. Sent you another one. You're not getting it? Maybe now you did? Go to play. On the left sidebar, go to play. And then look for something on your bottom. You could also try challenging me. My username is Core Squares, the same as my YouTube name. Thank you all for clicking like. Appreciate you. Don Dosky sent you the challenge. Here we go. We have a game. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, the knight comes into f3. Not a standard opening. They're doing a King's Indian. I like playing against the King's Indian because it gives me an easy game. Just play normal developing moves. We'll go here. I'm not worried at all. Bishop is coming to play, so is ours. Now ours comes with a little bit more of a bite. It is a pin. It is a pin. I think we take it now and hurt the pawn structure a bit, and then we're going to plant a knight on e4 to attack that pawn. We're going to put pressure on it. If there's one thing I know I'm not doing is bullet chess, because if I get stressed by normal chess, I can only imagine what bullet would be. Hey, you know what? That actually might be the antidote to curing your feeling of overwhelmingness. I think bullet chess, Soph, would be good for you. It's contrary to what most people would say, but I think it would be good for you because if you have an issue with being overwhelmed, the best way to tackle it is head on. And there's no better way to do it than in a bullet game. Let's go here. Challenge that queen. I ran out of wine. I need more. All right. What to do here? Maybe I take the queen. And then castle. Kingside safety. I was also thinking of maybe going here with the knight and then taking, but it didn't feel right with the timing if my king was out in the center. But I think now we can get away with it. Even if they protect, I could always back up here and like reroute to like this square, something like that. My knight's not getting trapped right now. Ooh, let's go here and take the bishop. That's a pawn. That's two pawns I'm gaining, if you're thinking about it. I gain a pawn here, and take this back, and when the pawn takes, I take back. And that's two extra pawns that I'll be up by. You look at what's left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have all of my pawns. My opponent, on the other hand, is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big advantage for me. So what to do in these advantages? Trade? Okay, but my knight is way stronger than this bishop. So you don't just want to blindly trade even if you're up material. Let's go here. Yeah, Abdullah, you can join more than once, but hop back in the stream. Or hop back in the queue to exclaim join. But I'd rather not do more bullet. It's hard to explain my thought processes while playing. All right, now we take. Our knight was attacked, so let's take. You know what? Hell yeah. We'll go pawn to f6, hit the knight, and like even do more trades. We'll go down here. We'll bring in our king over here, bring in our knight over here, bring in the rook. That is a free knight. Do rapid. Rapid is really slow. Rapid takes time. That's like a 20-minute commitment right there. I would really reserve rapid games or like longer time control games to my paid coaching sessions. If you want me to play a long game with you and play deep and analyze it, that's something I would do. But private coaching. Reach out to me on Core Squares if you're interested. What is win, draw, loss 602? Okay, so it means today during the stream, I've had 6 wins, 0 losses, and 6 wins, 0 draws, 2 losses. And the 2 losses technically wasn't even regular chess, it was chess 960. So I should put a little asterisk there. You know what? I'm going to put a little asterisk there. Because that was not really chess. That was more of a chess 960 game. Alright, that's a free pawn. Our knight is beautiful over here. How all of a sudden I have such a dominating position? I don't even know what happened. Push the pawn. Push the pawn. Let's go. Let's go here with the king. The king is a very nice piece. We'll come up. Just have to avoid stalemate. I'm not worried about stalemate because they have this pawn that can like roll down the board. So I can just be chill about this. Push the pawn. Push the pawn. Push. Let's go here. Get a queen. Check. Let's go here. Check. And mate. Soph says, one thing I do think I have a better chance to bat you in is soccer. You play defense and offense. I'm definitely not saying I'd win because you're an adult and I'm only 13. Hey, you'd probably run around the soccer court around me. Abdullah, are you? No, I think Marlon is. Actually, let's see. Maybe someone else was. Let's see who is next. We got who is next? Don Dosky. We just played him. We just played Mr. Don. Marlon. Mr. Marlon. Mikey JD 2023. Here we go. Oh, it looks like you're already playing a game. How did you play though? We could go over it a little bit. I don't mind. You're in a game? Yeah, that's fine. Continue your game. Alright, let's see what happened in this game. Great opening. It was fine. No issues with it. I think playing pawn to a3 was a step in the wrong direction because it let me take the knight and double up your pawns. Maybe bishop d2 would have been a little bit better, but I get why you didn't do that because this bishop is pretty good over here with this diagonal. But this allows the knight to come in, giving up a pawn here. And, I mean, I have a slight advantage here. Now this is where you go completely wrong. Take, and I'm just winning 2 pawns. And this is just absolutely devastating. So you played pretty well, but yeah, here you gave up a knight and just gone into a completely losing king and pawn endgame. You definitely don't want to trade rooks here. If you have any hope in this game, it's not to trade rooks. Here you have nothing left, and you're basically admitting defeat. At that point, you may as well resign. But yeah, that's my quick analysis. Hey, Magic. Let's go for another one. Yeah, totally. Just hop back in the queue. What's up, Magic? Sorry, I've had busy days. Hey, me too. Me too. All right. We got Marlon next. If Marlon's still playing, we will watch him. Oh, this is a long game. Oh, wait. He won? By checkmate? Oh, he lost. That's a bad checkmate to lose by. What the heck happened? This was an 18-move game. I'm curious what happened. So we have normal Italian game. So far. Oh, wait. Let's flip the board so we see this in Mikey's perspective. There we go. Let's see what happens. Wait, flip it again? Did I not do it? Oh, flip board. Okay, there we go. Now we're seeing it Black's perspective. What went wrong? What happened here, Mikey? Okay, I think instead of knight b3, like, okay, yeah, it's pointing at this fork. They can just address it, and they did that here. And then your knight is looking a little bit offside. Instead, I would make a sharper move, knight d3, because you're hitting the queen. You're doing a multi-purpose move. It's not as awkward over here. Okay, bishop. Everything seems fine here. You do have to be a little bit concerned about this pawn push, and I think this is where you start to go wrong. Because you let this build-up go, and this is nasty. It's just a nasty attack. Thanks, Magic. Thanks for stopping in. Oof. Yeah, and then you're just done. Yikes, Mikey. Alright, I challenged you. Here we go. Gotta be careful of those kingside attacks. They can get nasty if you're not careful. Let's play Sicilian. Why not? Bring out the knight. Let's play... Wow, I kind of forgot all of my Sicilian lines. What to do. Yeah, we all have bad games sometimes. What's most important is that you learn from them. Let's go here. And here. I want to prevent the knight from coming. I have no clue what I'm doing. But let's come here. I'm mainly a Caro-Kann player. I know some lines of the Sicilian. This is not one of the lines that I know. Let's take... Queen here is for sure going to come. Threatening that. I'm going to go here, stopping the threat, and also giving a little bit of a fork. They could go back, but I think I may take. Ooh, they just blunder the bishop. I'll take that. That's a free bishop. Knights can get tricky. We'll go back. Wow, it's 12 a.m. already. Wow. I think, guys, I'm going to close off the queue. I've been streaming for a little while. I'm going to close off the queue and start to wrap things up. I will play everyone here that's currently in the queue. I don't know if anyone is... I think Abdullah is. Abdullah, we can get a game after. Especially since you were on the tail end last time, too. Oh, Tom. Hey, Tom. Yeah, I'll play you, too. I'll play you, too. The queue is closed, but I'll play you. I don't mind. You'll be after Abdullah. Good to see you. Only on one condition, you click like on my stream. That's my one condition. I'm not going to know if you did it, but I believe you'll do it. Alright. Let's hit the knight. Appreciate you, Tom. Thank you. Good to see you, too. Hope things are going well for you with your new job. It's already, what, like a week now at your new job? That's pretty good. If so, hopefully everything's working out there for you. Let's go establish some control. It's a rat race. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like a competitive environment or what? I want to know what it is that you do if you're willing to share. That's a free knight. All right, let's back up the queen. We got nothing to fear but fear itself. Let's come here. Queen can't be attacked. You watch numbers go up and down. Isn't that like any job? It isn't kind of any job watching numbers go up and down. Even if you're like a fry cook at Burger King or McDonald's, you watch the numbers of the order numbers go up and down. But do you mean like stocks? Are you like a stockbroker or something like that? Let's go bishop e7. Calls? Call numbers? Now I'm curious. All right, the pawn is coming to attack the knight. I'm not concerned. We got nothing to worry about because we're just going to shut that down. Pawn's not coming forward. I have 44 seconds. I have to play a little bit faster. Let's take. Check. How to do this. Let's go here. You know what? I have watched Tubi before. Yeah. On a free trial to like watch the Super Bowl or something like that. I think that's what I used Tubi for. Because I think they hosted the Super Bowl. All right, Soph has a question. This is going to be all of Soph's questions are spot on. They are excellent teaching moments. Let's just go here and castle next. We haven't castled yet. Let's castle. Maybe this. I have 15 seconds left, so I can't answer your question until after the stream, after the game. Am I going to run out of time? I don't think I'm going to run out of time, guys. I'll be good. Almost have them checkmated. We're going to pre-move knight to g3. And take, and then... Okay, they don't. They make things challenging. Here. Uh-oh. Here. Discoveries. Can I pre-move that for a mate? No need to pre-move. Here. It's a double check. The king has to move up. Let's go back. We'll come here. Oh, the queen's hanging. Queen's hanging. We'll come here. Check. And I win on time with 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Hell yeah. Let's go. That was close. Way too close for comfort. All right. By the way, I have a question about openings because as we stated earlier, that may be my problem. What would you say is a simple opening to learn that you would think might fit my playstyle? So, I have the perfect suggestion for you. I would learn the London system for white. I don't know if you ever played the London system before, but that opening completely changed the way I play chess. Even I don't play the London system anymore, there are ideas from it that always come up. Yeah, Tom's. I didn't even see Tom your comment. Absolutely London system. D4, bishop f4, knight to f3. Bring out those pieces. Have a nice triangle. You can't go wrong with it. The London is an OG opening. People hate playing against the London because it's such a solid opening. Recommend the London. And as black, do pawn to c3, pawn to d5, no matter what white does. Those are your first two moves. All right, who is next? Is it Abdullah? Mr. Coffee Beats. Hey, good to see you again. It's been some time. You said you played against a bot and the match rating for me was 1650. The bot was maximum level and I'm 200 elo. Did you beat the bot? Yeah, Abdullah. Let's play a normal game here. Bullet is cute. Like it's an entertaining thing, but for actual improvement, I mean, even Blitz is for entertainment. Who are we kidding? We can't be kidding ourselves. Abdullah, remind me your username. I kind of forgot what it was, and I don't think I wrote it down in my database. Abdullah Al-Johani. What is your username? Oh yeah, 987 friends. Adding you right now, so I don't have to ask you again. Here we go. Challenge in. Yeah, nobody can beat a bot that's 3200. No chance, not even Magnus. That's crazy. Like an app on your phone can destroy Magnus every time. It's kind of mind-boggling. Here we go. Good luck, Abdullah. You have 2 more minutes than usual. You know what? I hate playing bots. It's hard to learn from bots because they make moves that humans don't make. The best way to learn is to play people at your level or slightly above your level. And then you study it. Bots are good if you're doing like opening analysis or analysis of your own games. Apart from that, I can't say I'm a fan. They've done amazing things for like top level chess, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's go here. No, let's go over here. Yeah, that move looks decent. I would love to castle queenside. I would also like to play knight here, but after the queen moves away, not too much going on for me there. And also I can't because the bishop is pinning me. But that looks like a free pawn. Protected by the bishop. Really? Okay, here I have a fork. And I pick up the bishop. But I never got a 1650 elo rating in a match. That was my best match according to the system. Interesting. All right, I'm up a bishop. Let's castle for some safety. And I'm fine to lose that pawn. I'm cool with it. Because I'm going to counterpunch over here. And if the queen's not careful, the rook is going to... Oh, I could have came in here anyway with the rook. Because the queen was guarding it. That would have been sick. Instead of pawn here, just rook here. And I win the game on the spot. But alright, I'll have to just convert this in game. Not a big deal. Let's just take. You saw that? Yeah, that would have been cool if I played it. Let's go here. I'm up a bishop, so it's whatever. You're gonna castle into a bad pawn structure. Okay. That's what you want to do. You can do it. Your last question of the night is, when you have the chance to castle, should you do it immediately or wait a bit to see what happens to the position? Immediately. Immediately, unless you have a better move. That's like definitely like a better move objectively. If you're like on the fence about it, you don't know if it's a better move or not, then just castle. Kingside safety is good, and chances are you'll be able to do that other move you're thinking of anyway next, and you'll have the peace of mind that your king's a little bit safer. My 2 cents. Oh, this is a spicy move here. Check. It is secure. If they block with the pawn, I'm going to take anyway. Because if the king takes, then I take the rook behind it. And the king is going to be lured away from the protection of that rook. Beautiful tactic. Decoy. Lure. Whatever you want to call it, the king is away from that rook. And now we're up so much material. Let's see. Let's go here. And this. Let's lure the king away. Get out of here. Let's do this. Because now we're going to have just an extra rook. That is free to mop up the whole board, but I don't even need to. I'm going to use it to bring this pawn all the way up the board. Boom. And take. And we go here. Check. Queen. No stalemates. Nope. The king will go here. And then that will be mate. With 15 seconds left on the clock. There we go. I think, Tom, we have the encore finale. And because, Tom, we have the encore finale, we'll play a longer game. If you're up for it. Tom is left. Tom is left. I told him he can get in exchange for a like. Not a pawn burglar. All right, Tom, I will give you any time control you want. Just let me know the time control you want to play with. Literally any time control. Tell it to me, I'll challenge it to you. 100%, whatever you want. 5 minutes with a 5-second increment. Interesting. Okay, I have to go to more time controls to do that. Custom 5-minute, 5-second delay. All right, hey, you got it. Coming your way. Here we go. We have. Oh, wait a second. Why did it challenge the 3-minute game? No. I want to challenge you to the proper time control here. Let me try to fix that for you. Let's go with more time control. 5-5. Send challenge. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Now the time control is back. So we both have 5 minutes, and then every move gains 5 seconds on the clock. It's a pretty good deal. You're never going to get flagged. You could literally live off the increment for the whole game. Let's go here. 96. If you move quickly, you can very quickly build up time. He has 5 minutes and 19 seconds more time than he even started with. Let's take. Pawn takes is usually what happens. This pawn is backwards, and it could be a target later on. Let's play bishop g4. Target that pawn. All right, pawn over here. Solid stuff. They castle. Now we strike. Now we're adding another piece to attack. That d4 pawn. Pyramid of Giza in the middle. That's a little pyramid. That's right. Okay, a backwards pawn. Great question. So a backwards pawn is a pawn that's behind the pawn chain. And it's kind of weak because it doesn't have friendly pawns to support it. Like there's no pawn here, no pawn here. This is the pawn chain. This is the base of it. Okay, they make a mistake. Their mistake was protecting that pawn. I understand what they're doing. They're protecting that pawn because they don't want me to remove the defender. And I was defending. If I remove it, it removes a defender. But this move, whenever you move a piece, it undefends a square, it undefends a piece, if that piece was on that square. In this case, that pawn that was protected by the bishop is now not protected by anything. And my queen is here attacking that. So we take. That move was made impulsively within seconds after I played queen takes b2. Seconds! And that is a horrible move. Knight here would have been so much better. This is a free knight. I just take that. Give me that knight. Thank you very much. All right, they're hitting my pawn. I need to do something about it. What to do? Let's go with pushing the pawn over. I don't know if I want to do that. If I push the pawn here, they have rook here, and then my queen has to move, and then this knight is hanging. Maybe I should just be okay with giving that up. Or I could just play this. Cut off the circulation of that rook. That's the plan. Okay, they're hitting the bishop. But let's take. Rook takes, you know what, I'm fine with it. Because now I can play rook b8. It's guarded by the knight. I'm already up a piece. So if they really want to trade, then so be it. Alright, let's take. And we'll go over here. This move is slightly annoying, but I can just back up my knight. I have nothing to worry about. This move hangs the rook entirely. The bishop is there to capture it. That is a free piece. And now this game can pretty much win itself. I have a passed pawn over here. This move I'm not afraid of. I'm literally just going to back up. No more checks. No more checks. All right, I'm in check. Okay, I'm in check. I said no more checks, but I am in check. Let's go here. Shut it down. Now there's no more checks. Yeah, I was thinking about some back rank mates, like moving the bishop coming here, but I was in check, and, you know, there is a knight here. So it's not that simple, and there's also a bishop here that could go back. It's not that simple as just declaring a back rank mate, even though there could be possible lines in the future where there's a back rank. I think I could do pretty much anything. I don't even have to target that back rank. I don't really think there's much for my opponent left to do. I'm going to just simply castle next. Inside safety. That is the name of the game. Bishop's hit too. I might take the bishop. Pawn takes, queen takes check. Alright, that is a step in the wrong direction. They definitely don't want to be trading pieces right now. I'm going to hurt their pawn structure. And then castle, threaten to take this pawn. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Let's take that. Let's move over here. Give a check. We'll come here and threaten a mate over here. That would be a nasty checkmate. They have to come here and block it. Yep. They do that, but now I have this. Bishop comes here, and I take the bishop with a checkmate. And they resign because they saw that one coming. Good game, everybody. Thank you, everyone who played me. Take care for now, and I'll see you next time. Okay, we have one more question before we go. Why was taking the knight on f3 with your bishop on g4 a good idea? This one. Alright, I'll tell you why. At this point, so I'm up a piece. I'm up a full rook. Okay, I'm up a full rook. because I'm up a full rook, I'd like to trade pieces. And also, after I take the knight, after they take that bishop back, look what happens to their pawns. This gets doubled. This gets isolated. This one's still backwards. This is an overwhelmingly crushing position. And then I would castle next. I mean, this position just wins itself. That's why I wanted to convert to a win. All right, guys. I'm heading out for the night. I'm getting tired. Thanks, everyone. Take care.